A legend galloped onto the football fields long before the NFL became the multi-billion-dollar spectacle it is today. His name was Harold Edward Red Grange, known as the Galloping Ghost for his elusive speed and ghost-like ability to vanish from defenders. But Red Grange's story is something larger than speed or showmanship. It is the story of the man who saved professional football from obscurity, transforming a struggling league into America's burgeoning sports obsession and setting the stage for every future star. This narrative isn't myth. It's rooted in cold, hard facts and the pace of a man who changed football forever. Red Grange was born June 13, 1903, in Forksville, Pennsylvania, but his family soon moved to Wheaton, Illinois. The son of a lumber foreman, his early years were steeped in Midwestern work ethic. Standing 5 feet 11 inches and weighing about 175 pounds, Red wasn't built like a powerhouse, but moved with a rhythm and grace that confounded every defender daring to tackle him. His high school days saw him regarded as a natural athlete, excelling in both football and track. But it was at the University of Illinois where the Galloping Ghost truly came alive in the national spotlight. In his debut collegiate season of 1923, Grange was already turning heads. By October, he was racing across fields with touchdown runs of 50, 35, and 12 yards against Nebraska. But it was the autumn of 1924 that branded his name in football lore. On October 18th, in Memorial Stadium filled with over 70,000 cheering fans, Grange crushed a Michigan dynasty on a day forever recorded in sports history. Within the first 12 minutes, he scored 4 touchdowns with runs of 95, 67, 56, and 44 yards, piling up 212 rushing yards, 64 passing yards, and 126 kickoff return yards, finishing with 6 total touchdowns in a dominating 39-14 victory 1-3-5. That night, famed sports writer Grantland Rice immortalized him with words that captured the nation's imagination. A streak of fire, a breath of flame, the Galloping Ghost. They spell Grange. The feats did not stop at Michigan. On November 8, 1924, Grange ran for over 300 yards and threw for 177 against Chicago, demonstrating a skill set so versatile it seemed he invented the modern offensive threat. His senior year continued with this brilliance, driving Illinois to national championship glory. Over 3 years, Grange amassed 3,362 total yards and 31 touchdowns in just 20 games, a staggering efficiency in an era of slower defensive football. But the name Red Grange belongs as much to professional football history as to college. After the controversy of turning pro shortly after his 1925 college finale, an act then reviled by many amateur purists, he signed with the Chicago Bears. The professional game was struggling to capture crowds and respect. Popular opinion favored college football as the main football product, but Grange's presence changed that overnight. The Bears and Grange launched a barnstorming tour after the 1925 NFL season, traveling the country playing exhibition games in cities historically indifferent to pro football. Stadiums filled with tens of thousands who came to see the man who could outrun any defender, who brought a new excitement and legitimacy to a league fighting to survive. These games, exhausting and non-stop, transformed the NFL from a regional curiosity into a national sport, sparking interest that would blossom over the coming decades. In his professional career, Grange was still a marvel. Though details of early NFL statistics are sparse by today's standards, his impact was undeniable. A speedster who could break away along the sidelines, a shifty halfback whose moves made tackles miss, and a crowd magnet whose every game uplifted the sport's profile. He played for the Bears through the 1934 season, stepping back briefly to help form another short-lived league before returning to the Bears. Injuries slowed the latter part of his career, but his aura only grew. His NFL statistics included 4,103 career carries for 33,920 yards, an astounding average of 8.4 yards per carry, and 38 touchdowns, remarkable numbers for the era. His combination of speed, elusiveness, and football intelligence made him a threat in multiple facets, including punt and kickoff returns. While passing and blocking stats are less complete, reports from contemporaries agree that his versatility went beyond standard halfback duties. 462. The nickname, the Galloping Ghost, was more than poetic flair. It described a true pioneer whose style of running contrasted with the brawling, smash-mouth football of his time. Defenders regularly found themselves grasping at air, chasing shadows, left breathless by his rhythm and change of direction. Grange's ability to turn routine plays into scoring opportunities created not just touchdowns, but moments of pure spectacle, magnets for fans who would become the sport's first national audience. His place in history is secure. He was a first-ballot inductee into both the College Football Hall of Fame, 1951, and the Pro Football Hall of Fame, 1963, a dual honor underscoring the breadth of his impact. ESPN once named him the greatest college football player of all time, and in 2011, the Big Ten Network voted him the greatest Big Ten icon. His number 77 was retired by Illinois and displayed with pride. While in Chicago, he became more than a player. He became a symbol of football's rise. 5,134. Importantly, Grange's legacy is intertwined with the growth of football beyond its raw numbers. He showed what football could be. Fast, exciting, and accessible. His barnstorming tours laid the cultural and commercial groundwork for future professional football expansion, television contracts, and the sport's ultimate explosion in the American psyche. Without the drawing power of the Galloping Ghost, the NFL might have remained a series of minor regional contests in larger cities. Grange's impact was crystallized in moments of pure athleticism, but also in context. The 1920s were a time before specialized positions, before forward passing became central, and before football's rise as America's favorite fall sport. He helped launch that transformation by embodying a style that combined speed, intelligence, grace, and scoring. He wasn't just a great player. He was the spark that ignited a sport's future. His enduring image is one of a fleet-footed wonder, framed forever against the muddy fields and packed stadiums of early football. He addressed the challenges of his era with adaptability, playing both offense and defense when most players specialized in just one. He was a team leader in workouts and games, a marquee attraction for fans, and a pioneer for athletes who would come after. Red Grange died in 1991, but his story remains one of the most inspiring chapters in football history. His contributions lifted pro football out of obscurity, shaped the NFL's identity, and set standards for athleticism and showmanship that resonate to this day. The Galloping Ghost taught the nation how to watch football, how to cheer for it, and how to believe that sports could transcend boundaries. When you see a wide receiver sprinting downfield, a halfback cutting across the defense in a blur, or feel the roar when a kickoff returner takes flight, remember there was a time before all that. A time when one man's speed, spirit, and relentless drive created the contours of what football could become. Harold Red Grange was that man, the man who saved professional football and galloped forever through its heart.